Hello, welcome to the first ever Cinora Live. We are here in Cannes today and I am currently inside the main part of the Palais for the Marche du Film. So this is where people come and bring all their film ideas. Maybe their film is already in production, maybe it's a brand new idea and they're ready to find a team, or maybe it's almost complete and they're looking for a sales agent or a distributor. So this area here is just a sort of chill out area where lots of people can sit and go over their paperwork, have a browse through all the festival programs, have a catch up with people. There's some bits up the back where you can charge and some little tables for people to work on their laptops from. So this is where it's happening. This is where everybody in the world has come in order to make their film project happen. I'm going to go down the stairs here, which is risky. If you know me, I fall downstairs. But I'm going to take my time and hopefully show you a lot of what happens inside the Cannes Film Festival in this live. I was hoping to do this as a landscape video, but it turns out that you can only do a live portrait. So I hope this translates okay if people watch it back. But yeah, so I arrived into Cannes yesterday, picked up my filmmaker's pass, which is here. It's a really old photo of me because they would not let me change it on the website. So it turns out 4 years ago when I first came to Cannes, that was me pretty much uploading the only version of myself that will ever be printed onto a pass. Now this is amazing, guys. So obviously as a filmmaker I've got my pass to access the full festival, and if you are coming to sell your film and you're just doing the market, you have access to this as well. They have an espresso bar where you can get free coffee, and they give you a lovely little Nespresso can coffee cup that you pop into a box and it gets recycled. And I am elated at this service because also, if you know me, not only do I fall downstairs, but I love a coffee. So I have been here already, but you can see it's popular. This is the queue and it wraps around under the stairs over to the other side. So yeah, a little perk. And Lord knows you need it because Cannes is a beast of a festival. It's also just constant, and you will spend a long time standing in queues. You will be walking a lot around this town. So yeah, you basically need a lot of coffee to keep you going. So I'm going to turn the camera around now so you can see where we are. This building is absolutely incredible. It's built on to the Grand Théâtre Lumière, which is the biggest theatre here at the festival. It's where world premieres take place. I'm sorry if it's getting a little bit loud, but hopefully you can still hear me. I have got my professional mic on the go. So yeah, you can see this building is pretty big. It stretches away up the back. There's lots of meeting rooms. There's lots of areas for you to see conferences and screenings, and we've got this big massive screen here letting you know what's on today, and you've got people buzzing around. That on the way in there is the security measures, and there's security everywhere in Cannes. So obviously with it being a really big festival and having a worldwide turnout, they're keen to make sure that it's safe. So you do have to go through security an awful lot. You absolutely have to be wearing your lanyard and badge. So here we're just outside the Palais, and people might be getting ready for the next screening. I don't think we're at premiere time yet, no, we're still on matinee time. So basically this is the entrance here for the Grand Theatre, and we're going to walk around the front and just head along the Croisette. Before we do that, I'm gonna, oh my gosh, it's so busy here. I'm gonna point you in the other direction so you can take a look down the street here. Yeah, the festival really overwhelms the entire town. There's people everywhere, there's barriers up. Every cafe, every restaurant is absolutely packed with people. You know, you've got people with their suitcases because they're spending the whole day here and they might have to change, or they've brought a lot of materials to sell their films. So over in that direction there, you can see there's a casino built on to the side of the theatre, but you've also got the accreditations office, I spent a full hour in there today. So to get my actual accreditation, which I'm wearing now, was 5 minutes, you know. Went through security, walked up to the door and headed into a queue. Because I had already secured my accreditation back in March, I just had to go up with my email and they gave me my badge. However, I thought that I was going to need extra clearance to get into the film market. So I then had to join a queue, which took half an hour, go through security again. Then I joined another queue, which took half an hour. And I got to the front and the woman was like, I'm going to be shutting my kiosk now, I'm too tired. And I was like, no, I've been waiting here for an hour. And she was like, I have to think of myself. I'm definitely not quite used to the French work etiquette yet. That's a big adjustment culturally. But what happened was somebody else helped me out and they were like, you actually don't need to buy a market pass. You can just use your filmmaker accreditation and go to the market. So a slight waste of an hour, although whilst I was in the queue, I made up some little packets with the cards that I'm using to sell my films. So just so you know where it is, that's the accreditation area over there with the canopy. What we've got here actually, as you can see, is people are holding up signs, and that is because tonight is the premiere of the new Ari Aster film, which is called Eddington. World premiere, Ari Aster will be here, so the cast and crew, and those people don't have tickets, but they're holding up signs in the hopes that someone maybe has a spare ticket or they can't make it tonight, and they'll either gift it to them, so give it away for free, or they're going to sell it to them. So honestly, it does work. I know people that have stood all day holding up the signs, and you do find that someone maybe just has a spare ticket or they can't make it and they're happy to pay it back. So they'll just give it away for free, which is honestly really nice. I personally don't have the patience for that. Oh, someone's asked what festival is this? This is the Cannes Film Festival. We are right outside the Grand Theatre. And I'm just talking about how you can see a lot of people are holding up signs because they're hoping to get some free tickets to the premiere tonight to Ari Aster's new film. And God love them, I really hope they get it. My mum is also in the chat. Hello. Thanks very much. And welcome everybody. So yeah, we're going to be taking a walk along the Palais here. This is the main theatre where all of the premieres happen. That there is where you can access the film market. We were just inside, so I think you can maybe go back a little bit and find what that looks like. But we're just going to wander by here and take in the lovely atmosphere. It's not the nicest of days, but the thing about it is it's May, so it's not quite on season, and also it can be beautifully sunny one moment and then it can pour with rain the next. You've really got to be ready for anything. So it's looking a bit cloudy today in the sky, so I have a feeling we might need to bust out the parapluies pretty soon, but I'm gonna just keep going and hope that we don't get too wet. So this is the red carpet. What I'm gonna do is spin the camera around. Here we go. So later today, this is where you'll see Ari Aster's premiere for Eddington. So Ari himself, director, will be here. So will all the cast and crew. It's a busy place because everybody wants to have their picture taken at the red carpet. So they show 2 premieres a day here. So there's going to be another one this evening. But Eddington is definitely the big one today. And they show matinee performances of other films in competition. So I've been on the red carpet before. I came to the premiere of Titan in 2021. I've been to Cannes 3 times before this one and always managed to get a ticket onto the red carpet. And I've gone to see some matinee performances as well. It's a really lovely theatre on the inside. And as you can see, the red carpet, it's wider than you expect it to be. Those stairs at the top there are killer when you're in heels, and you have to be in heels. That's the whole gig. And then you can see those grey bleachers at the side, the tiered standing, that's for the press. We've got a police dog there having a look around. I'm sure somebody will come out and get rid of all the foliage that's fallen onto the red carpet, but this is it. So the talent tends to arrive through this gateway here. So that's where your director and your cast will come in, and they'll do the walk up here and turn onto the red carpet, and that's where they'll have interviews and you'll have all of the official press photos. There is a live broadcast from the red carpet every night. It's through a French channel, but you can find it on YouTube. And the offices for that are just over the other side of the Palais, so it's constantly happening. And what you can see behind me here, all these step ladders, so this is for press. So basically when the premiere kicks off, these step ladders are going to be filled with photographers and videographers getting the best angle of all the talent that are walking through here. So it's such a crazy sight to see. You would think the red carpet always looks very demure and very sophisticated, but actually it's filled with all of these step ladders, which are so silly. Hello Dave Norton, lucky to be there, and you've written gouges, but I hope that's a compliment of some sort. Thank you very much. I do feel very lucky to be here. I know it's not something that everybody can access or afford to do, and yeah, I am super excited about this year's festival. So we're going to walk around the corner now and see a little bit more of the festival setup, but whilst we're kind of not in front of anything interesting, I am really excited to see Lynne Ramsay's Die My Love. That's the one I really want to catch this year. So tomorrow night is the premiere. I didn't get a ticket for it through traditional means, but I'm not going to hold up a sign. What I am going to do is I'm going to join the last minute carpet. So you can see behind me here, there's all this railing around the main theatre. And basically there's several ways for people to enter, and one of these railings is going to be the last minute queue. I actually think we might have a bit of a last minute queue on the go right now for Eddington, Ari Aster's new film. Someone's waving. So yeah, you can see already everybody's in their suits. Everybody is hanging around hoping that they can get into the last minute selection for tonight's premiere. So basically what happens is, about 10 minutes before the film is due to start, if anybody with a ticket hasn't shown up yet and their seats are available, or if people have cancelled their tickets, because you can do that on the online ticketing system, then they let people in. And so this is everybody waiting to hopefully get a chance to get in last minute. That's going to be me tomorrow. I'm gonna stand out here for Lynne Ramsay. So given it's currently 1:15 in Cannes and tonight's premiere isn't until about 8 p.m, that's a shift, guys. That's a really long wait. Okay, so we have a few other things here. I think Mission Impossible's got to be the most difficult one to try and blag your way into, but I'm sure some people did. So you get these little boutiques everywhere. They are the official shop of Cannes. We can take a quick look inside because they do have some really fun stuff. Lots of bags, lots of magnets, lots of key rings. There's hats. There's many types of tote bag. Umbrellas for the rain, of course. And yeah, you can kind of find anything you want in here. A couple of years ago, I got myself this watch. So you can see on the face, it's got the little Cannes logo, and it's like a sort of, I don't know, rose gold maybe. Absolutely adore this watch. One of my prized possessions. So over here, we've got the International Village. Again, it doesn't look so hot from the outside, but basically, you can see all those tents in the distance. Those are the International Village. And again, this is for people who are here with film projects that they want to get off the ground. And you basically walk through each of those tents. They usually each have an international film unit within them. So Film Brazil, Screen Scotland, the BFI, or something like that that's a kind of national institution in film, and everybody goes in there and they pitch their project and see if they can get it off the ground. So it's quite an exciting place to be. We've got some of these tents here so you can have a wee look inside. This is what it looks like. You've obviously got some brochures of things that they've made before. There's little meeting spaces for people to sit down and chat. They're advertising things that have been made. And the wonderful thing about film is, and I'm sure a lot of people know this now from what's been in the news lately, is that it's such an international and collaborative medium. So lots and lots of films, so this is for Thailand, they may not only have films that are made by directors or crew in Thailand, they may also have international productions that have used Thailand. And so they'll be here to tell you about why you should film there and what the benefits are. There's the Romanian film office there, the Romanian flag, and then this looks like Georgia in here. So yeah, basically if you're interested in taking a film to another country and collaborating with them, this is the place to come and do it. We've got films from the Netherlands. Here we go. Looking quiet in there, Netherlands. Hope everything's okay. And then we've also got India. It's looking quite busy in there. Good for you, India. And yeah, you can see there's a few more in the distance. There's a European Union flag there, so perhaps there's someone representing Cinema Europe. And all of this is taking place. We're just going to jump up here so we can have a quick look. Right next to the sea, right next to the beach. Sadly, it's not a very beach appropriate day, but everybody does enjoy that we're right next to the sea. Every night, they actually show a film on the beach. It's called Cinema à la plage, and there's a really big screen just at the end here. I think you can see it just over this barrier. That big apparatus that's at the top of the horizon there, that's the screen where they play all of the films on the beach, and usually they're classics. A couple of years ago I watched Thelma and Louise on the beach there, and it was a lot of fun. So we're going to walk down to the end of this row, and then we're going to take a look at the little can sign where everybody queues up to get their picture taken, because if you can't get the red carpet, this is the next best thing. And it's just also a nice way for anybody who maybe has just come to the town for a visit and didn't know the festival was on to engage in it ever so slightly. Hello from Southwest Missouri. Oh, North Songs. Hello, it's lovely to see someone familiar. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining and following along this tour of Cannes. This is the first time I've ever gone live, and so far it's been quite fun. So we have another boutique at the end here, which sells a lot more than the last one by the looks of things. They've got fans, they've got headscarves. Yeah, these things will bring in so much money for the festival, because as you can imagine, everybody wants to prove that they've been. There you go, there's a snapshot of the collection. I'm sure somebody probably owns it all. There was also one year that I bought some gold playing cards from inside the boutique. I really got swept up in the madness. So this is what I was talking about. This is the Cannes sign that everybody wants to have their photo taken in front of. So we're just going to come round here to the side, and yeah, there's a bit of a huddle. I wouldn't call it a queue. It's more of a everybody just gather round and see what can happen. But this is the sign that everybody gets their picture taken at. It's the proof that you've been at Cannes Film Festival. And it's kind of nice. I like that they have a little accessible sign for you to take your picture at. I've done it before. And yeah, we spin around. This is what I was talking about. So this is the screen for Cinema on the Beach. They take the screen off every day, and I think that's because it can get quite windy out here, and they obviously don't want anything flying into it or getting it all dirty. But what will happen is every night, I think it starts about 7 or 8 p.m. So they start to put sun loungers out on the beach here, and people start queuing up around the other side, and then it fills up really fast. So what you end up having is people just sitting down on the beach as well, pointed at the screen, enjoying the movie. That's how I did it the last time. Whew, it's windy here, and I'm super tired because I travelled yesterday, and even though I get a good night's sleep, I'm still feeling it. But this is what it looks like live from the Palais, from the Croisette, and I have got a meeting, 2 o'clock. Oh, I'm going to show you guys before we finish. I am going to show you guys my cards, because it was a fiasco to get these made, but I'm very, very happy with them. So I'm going to be selling 2 projects whilst I'm here. The first is called Thrawn, and it is a documentary about Scottish identity. The second is Dark Room, which is about a film lab technician in the 90s who thinks they may have discovered aliens through the photographs that they're developing. And so this kickstarts a caper. And I'd really love for that to be a feature film. And I'm going to talk to people here at Cannes about how that can become possible. And the last thing I've brought with me is The Boulder, which is my short film that I made last year. And that is just so people can scan the QR code, watch The Boulder, and see what my director style is, what my passion is, what kind of films I like to make. So I've got a meeting at 2, and I'm going to take all that in with me and show them the ropes and chat to them about what they can offer. And tomorrow I'm going to go to the film market and basically engage with as many Scottish films as I possibly can. And hey, if I meet lots of other international people along the way, then that would be great too. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, North Songs. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate your first comment and your second comment. Like, you're a star. And we've also got RH Suyol. Nice. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for commenting. Amir, thank you for being here. There's someone called Hi. And of course my mum, Moira. Thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. This should be accessible after I stop going live, but
you're so right.
I will find out. Hey, that person knows.
Yeah, you're so right. Keep going.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.